Hello and welcome to Angel Print, a place where art, nature, and success come together. Today, I'm taking you into another world, a world filled with love. It is a fictional realm that I have crafted and imagined myself. So let's begin this journey of imagination together in today's episode. The sun rises here not to offer the gentle warmth of a new beginning, but to announce the start of another relentless war. Every morning, the alarm on my phone doesn't sound like a melody. It sounds like a command to re-enter a world that demands everything and gives back nothing. I lie here, staring at the ceiling, watching the jagged shadows cast by the skyscrapers outside my window. Before I can even fully open my eyes, my ears are already being assaulted. It begins with the distant, steady hum of the main road, followed by the sharp, piercing screech of tires on hot asphalt, and the rhythmic, aggressive roar of thousands of motorcycles fighting for inches of space. It is the sound of a city that has forgotten how to rest. I often wonder, do the buildings ever feel tired? Do the streets ever ache from the weight of all this movement? I take a breath, but the air tastes metallic, a mixture of exhaust fumes and dust. My lungs have forgotten what it feels like to breathe clean, crisp air. It's a strange, quiet realization that hits me every morning. I am living in the heart of a machine, and slowly I am becoming just another gear, grinding away until there is nothing left of me but dust. Down on the streets, life is a race with no finish line. Everyone is moving, yet no one seems to be going anywhere meaningful. You have to be faster, sharper, and colder than the person beside you. I remember standing in a long line at a coffee shop yesterday, glancing at the faces around me. Each one was a mask of tension, eyes glued to glowing screens, hearts locked away behind walls of anxiety. We are standing so close to one another in this city, yet the distance between us feels like miles. I asked myself then, what is the price of this pursuit? We trade our best years, our laughter, and our peace of mind for paychecks that barely cover the cost of keeping our spirits buried. I am so tired of performing. I am tired of wearing this invisible armor of strength that the city demands, forcing a smile when I am breaking apart inside. The city thrives on our exhaustion. It consumes our dreams and spits out cold efficiency. Every motorcycle engine that roars past me in the night sounds like a scream, a collective, desperate cry for a life that hasn't been programmed by a schedule. Late last night, I sat on my cramped balcony looking out at the skyline. The city lights were brilliant, but they felt like a mockery. Thousands of little stars that offered no light to the soul. I felt completely hollow. Then I found an old envelope in a box beneath my bed. Inside was a collection of faded photographs from the farm where I grew up. My heart skipped a beat as my eyes landed on the vibrant, unkempt green of the wild rice fields, the ancient mango trees that used to provide shade for our summer naps, and the weathered wooden house that stood as a silent witness to my happiest years. A sudden, overwhelming wave of nostalgia washed over me, cold and refreshing like mountain rain. I felt a tugging in my chest, a primal, deep-rooted call from the earth itself. I looked at the concrete, the glass, and the steel, and for the first time, I felt the sheer absurdity of it all. I don't belong here. I never did. This decision didn't come with a bang, but with a quiet, final resolve that settled into my bones. I am going back. Not for a visit, but for a resurrection. I am going to tear down the walls I've built around my life and return to the soil. I want to replace the sound of honking horns with the rustle of wind through the trees. I want to feel the earth beneath my feet instead of cold pavement. This is my soul's rebellion. This is my journey home. The first few days weren't about grand achievements. They were about humility. The farm greeted me not with open arms, but with a thick layer of wild grass and hidden thorns. My hands, which had spent years dancing across keyboards, now fumbled with the rough handle of a spade. But there was a strange, raw honesty in this physical exhaustion. Every morning I woke up with the sun, my muscles aching in ways I had never felt before. I spent hours clearing away the debris of the past, cutting back the tangled vines that had choked the life out of the garden beds for years. I discovered that the earth has a memory. As I turned the soil, I smelled the damp, rich scent of decay and rebirth. I began to understand that farming isn't about controlling nature, it's about participating in its patience. I started collecting the waste from the coop and the scraps from my simple meals, mixing them into a compost pile. It felt sacred, turning the unwanted, the discarded into the golden fuel for new life. I was no longer just a spectator in the city. I was part of a cycle. My sweat was soaking into the ground, and in return, the ground was waking up. My daily companions were no longer impatient commuters, but a chaotic, delightful tribe of creatures. I started by tending to the coop. The chickens were a constant, grounding presence, their rhythmic clucking a soothing backdrop to my work. I learned to distinguish their moods, the soft trill of contentment when I brought them fresh greens, and the alert, sharp calls when a shadow crossed the yard. I felt a profound sense of responsibility. These lives depended on my care, and in turn, they gifted me with eggs and the simple, hilarious joy of watching them chase bugs in the tall grass. I began to clear a space for a small vegetable patch. I didn't rush. I treated each seedling as a guest. I spent hours just observing where the light hit the ground during the golden hour and where the rain gathered in little pools. I felt my pace of life slowing down. In the city, everything was measured in seconds. Here, it was measured in seasons. I found myself sitting for long periods just watching the way the wind bent the wild grass. The constant noise in my head, the to-do lists, the anxiety of the future. They all started to dissolve into the background, drowned out by the gentle, steady heartbeat of the farm. By the time the afternoon shadows stretched long across the porch, I was usually covered in dust and mud, and I had never felt more beautiful. There is something profoundly healing about dirt under your fingernails. It reminds you that you are made of the same stuff as the stars and the trees. I started taking my meals outside, sitting on the old, weathered porch steps. My dinner was often simple: a piece of bread, some wild herbs I had gathered, and the quiet satisfaction of a body that had worked for its rest. As the crickets began their twilight symphony, I realized I was learning how to be alone without being lonely. The solitude of the farm was like a balm, soothing the jagged edges of my spirit. I was learning to listen again, not to the demands of a boss or the opinions of a crowd, but to the rustle of the leaves, the distant call of a nightbird, and the rhythm of my own breathing. I was building more than just a farm. I was cultivating a version of myself that didn't need the city's validation to feel whole. I was finally, truly waking up. It has been months since I first stepped onto this land, The old, overgrown farm has transformed. It is no longer a silent, dusty patch of earth, but a living, breathing sanctuary. The vegetable beds are now lush with life, vibrant greens pushing up through the rich soil, each one a testament to the sweat and patience I poured into them. There is a profound beauty in this slow growth, a reminder that some things cannot be rushed. In the city, I was conditioned to demand immediate results, but here, the seasons dictate the pace. I have learned to respect that. Watching the morning mist settle over the fields while listening to the rhythmic chirping of birds and the distant rustle of leaves has become my daily meditation. Then the clouds roll in, turning the sky into a soft, textured canvas of gray and white. There is nothing more grounding than the smell of rain hitting dry soil. When the first heavy drops begin to drum against the farmhouse roof, I don't rush to hide. I sit on the porch, wrapped in a comfortable, oversized knit sweater, and simply watch the world turn into a watercolor painting. The farm seems to exhale in relief under the rain. The animals, my little feathered friends, seek shelter, their soft clucking mingling with the steady, soothing sound of water falling on leaves. This rain isn't an inconvenience, it's a blessing. It is nature washing away the last remnants of my city fatigue, cooling the earth and preparing the ground for tomorrow. As the rain clears and a soft, golden light returns, I walk through the fields, feeling the damp earth beneath my boots. I realize that I haven't just built a farm, I have built a bridge back to myself. The silence here is no longer empty, it is full. It is full of the wisdom of trees, the persistence of plants, and the quiet joy of a life lived on my own terms. I am finally breathing. The constant noise in my head has been replaced by a deep, resonant peace. I look at my reflection in a rain-filled puddle, no longer the tired, hurried girl from the city, but someone steady, someone who belongs to the earth. I am finally home, and for the first time, home is not a place I am running to. It is the place I am already standing. Life on the farm is never truly silent. If you listen closely, you can hear its heartbeat, a rhythmic, living pulse that vibrates through the soil. I remember the day the first chicks hatched. It wasn't just a biological event, it was a small, fragile miracle. Their soft, high-pitched cheeping became the soundtrack to my mornings, a sound so pure it felt like it could heal any worry. Raising them from tiny, wobbling creatures into confident birds taught me more about responsibility and unconditional care than any corporate training ever did. When I scatter grain for them, the sound of their tiny feet rushing toward me in the tall grass brings a genuine smile to my face, a smile that reaches my eyes. I've realized that nature has its own perfect rhythm, and here, I am no longer the one in control. I am simply the one who watches and sustains. Many people in the city told me that farm life would be dirty, unpleasant, or beneath me. But they didn't understand the art of transformation. I spend my mornings tending to the compost pile, not with hesitation, but with a deep sense of gratitude. I take what was once waste, mix it with straw and dry leaves, and turn it into the rich, dark gold that feeds the land. When I dig into that pile, I see life in every handful, the movement of microbes and tiny organisms, the silent workers of the earth. This is alchemy. It is the circle of life in its most honest form. When I feed this compost back into my vegetable beds, I see the result in the vibrant, deep green of the kale and the sturdy stems of the tomatoes. Every vegetable I harvest is a physical manifestation of my care. It is a cycle of energy that never breaks. It only grows stronger. In the city, I used to think that peace was something you found in between the busy moments, a vacation, a weekend, a fleeting hour of sleep. But here, I've learned that peace isn't something you find. It is something you build. It is the architecture of your own mind. As I sit here on the old wooden floor of the porch, the sun dipping below the horizon, I realize that I am no longer waiting for the perfect time to be happy. I am happy now. The silence is no longer intimidating. It is a mirror. It reflects back the person I was always meant to be, someone who doesn't need the constant noise of the world to feel complete. I have stripped away the layers of expectations, the need for validation, and the frantic pace of a life that wasn't mine to begin with. Looking out over the farm, seeing the shadows of the trees stretch across the fields, I feel a profound sense of gratitude. This farm is more than just crops and creatures. It is a promise that I will never again trade my soul for comfort, a promise that I will honor the rhythm of my own heart above all else. I think of the girl I was months ago, tired, hurried, and lost, and I feel a gentle compassion for her. She didn't know that the key to her freedom was hidden right beneath the soil, waiting for her to come home. I am ready for whatever the next season brings, the heat of summer, the quiet of winter, the new challenges of growth. I am grounded, I am rooted, and for the first time in my life, I am exactly where I belong.